You are once again about to re-enter the most fascinating field of YouTube work. Reaction video horror. The war on Jared Wars continues, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, following his multiple part reaction to the video Jared Wars Hypocrite, Jared Wars did in fact make an apology video. I do feel it would be rather disingenuous of me to not show the apology video. So we're here to dissect it in our standard reaction format. Ladies and gentlemen, we're used to being here for hours, but today we're maybe only going to be here for 15 minutes. I'm sorry if you wanted to see more of me, but that is unfortunately just how the cookie crumbles.
Alright, welcome to another Jared Wars Piss4400 corporate company. I want to say, speaking of my other video I just uploaded, if there's anybody that feels that I offended them or had felt that was hard on them or did something to them or whatever, I apologize.
Very good, thank you for the apology. The end. Only it's not the end, is it? Because he can't stop talking.
I'm just a guy that is alone with nobody, and I'm not playing no victim. I'm just telling it like it is. I live with my mother, me and my mom are close, and I talk to myself a lot, and I apply it to videos, and I like to hear myself talk to myself with recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a good saying, say what you think, but remember to keep some of your thoughts to yourself.
And yeah, I make it public because, I don't know, sometimes I always thought by my mother always hearing the positives of what I hear, that maybe someone else can hear the positives of what I'm saying.
Oh, I have no doubt that when he speaks there will be positives. However, you cannot have a simply one-sided positive if you're just releasing a constant stream of just you talking. This is where editing and scripting becomes quite important, especially in Jared Wars' line of video making.
The only difference is I didn't know no damn Bible, and I still don't. It was thanks to Google. The only reason why I know the Bible, well, I don't know it. The only reason why I used it because, well, I dedicated to this channel, Jared Wars, But
Jared Wars is not a Bible studies channel.
That's besides the point. The point is that if I offend anybody, I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you think whatever you think. If I feel that I offend anybody, if you feel that I offend anybody, if you feel that I did anything, I apologize.
Now that would be a good point at which to just end the video. But he keeps talking for a further 5 or 6 minutes.
I'm not a person that is in the drama. Believe it or not, I'm the opposite. My mother would tell you. And of course, I'm not going to have my mother speak because this is...
No, Jared Wars. Apologies are not about you. Apologies are about acknowledging your victims. Apologies are not about you and your mum.
I think I think I'm more than capable of speaking up for myself, even if I suck at it, folks. And I admit that I suck big dick on standing up to myself in the past. It's just not in these recent videos, but on my main headquarters, Piss4400. If I offend anybody of any kind, I'm sorry. Again, I just talk to myself.
Okay, we're a couple of minutes in and you're already getting repetitive. This video could have been over and done with. Although even with the stupid extraneous information he's put in, it is still kind of an apology. It still kind of works. He hasn't broken the legs from under it yet.
I don't try to make trouble for people in the way that I do any harm to them physically, or get them fired for their jobs, or send SWAT teams in your door, or nothing.
Although you were doxing someone before.
I know. I'm a very kind, peaceful person. I let my hair down stuff, and sometimes I get a little wild about it, and my mother knows that I cut up.
Jared Wars, your mum has nothing to do with your apology. I don't know why you keep bringing her up. Again, a mild sort of randomly bringing other people into the situation who are not involved in it.
Or get wild of how I feel. In fact, my mother would yell at me and say, well, just stop all that talking and cursing the way you're doing.
Yes, we've heard you upsetting your mum on camera before by shouting, screaming, yelling and swearing at a microphone. However, again, this has nothing to do with your apology.
You know? Sometimes, and she don't even be in the room. I'll be in my room, she can hear me. I have a big mouth. So, again, if I offended anybody, I don't know who you are, but I've been getting implications. If I offended anyone, I'm sorry.
You've been getting implications. It's like you haven't noticed that you've been pissing people off over the last 7 months.
You don't have to forgive me if you don't believe in forgiveness. And believe me, you don't need religion to know forgiveness. You either forgive or you don't forgive.
Okay, Jared Wars, enough with the cockiness. This video should have been over minutes ago. There's still a good few minutes left. Are you about to torpedo and destroy the apology that you've made? Are you about to blow up the house that you've built here?
But just understand that people make decisions. I make decisions sometimes that can come off as a mistake. I'm not perfect. Nobody is.
That's fine, but don't dictate to the people that you're apologizing to.
So if I offended anybody, or if I made anybody feel threatened by me, I'm sorry. I've been through a lot of stress and frustration.
No, Jared Wars, in a apology video, you do not make out that you're taking your own stresses and frustrations out on other people. At the end of the day, there are billions of people in the world, all of them with stresses and frustrations, yet they don't all take it out on other people. There's a bug flying about here. Hello, bug. He's a little bug, 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 being a little bug.
I've been through a lot of mix of stuff that I had never thought I would ever see in my whole entire life. And I mean in my existence. And if that does, and I'm not saying this for you people, I'm not saying that it means anything to you people. I'm just speaking the facts. If I was in interrogation with somebody, if somebody was interrogating me on shit, I'll tell them the same things.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. His apology has been voided because he just can't stop talking. This video could have been a competent apology if he just ended it after a couple of minutes there, but as usual, Jared Wars has shown that he has no restraint and he has no respect for the time of the people who are watching him. Yet again, he's taken this apology and he's turning it into a selfish rant.
That I've been saying, because that's just what it is, man. If a man knows what he's saying and is not lying of what he knows, he's gonna keep saying the same thing. And performance, so
He's justifying his actions. Well, as far as I know, I wasn't lying. That doesn't help your apology. That undermines your apology.
Listen, I'm a very cool person.
Are you really?
When people's, and I really am just, I do this channel to follow this premonition, but I also talk to myself a lot, and I have a lot of opinions on things. I'm a very opinionated individual.
Apologies are not about you. Apologies are about acknowledging your victims.
Because I've been through a lot of shit enough that I felt emotionally, and maybe this extension of the stuff, it emotionally caused me to be opinionated and kind of upfront on stuff, and maybe offensive to people. Sometimes some of my videos, what I do, and I don't even watch the videos that I record.
And that is one of the key reasons that you have problems and issues with people on YouTube, Jared Wars.
A lot of times I just upload them and that's it. I don't think about what I say or nothing. It's not scripted.
Fair enough, I do say scripting quite often. But I'll be honest with you right now, I don't have a script. However, I do have a basic sort of idea and outline of how I want this video to be in my head. At time of recording this right now, I'm merely bouncing my ideas off of this video that Jared Wars has created. It has been pre-edited by me. I've cut out all the ums, the ahs, and little gaps of nothing, little gaps of silences. So it's been edited and listened to. But really, right now, I'm just bouncing my thoughts off of the video as I can think of things. But I haven't done my outro, haven't done my intro, but I have the ideas for them in here. I'm not just going into this absolutely and utterly blind and hoping for the best and hoping it doesn't piss people off. There needs to be that level of common sense that you implement into your video making, even if you don't have a script. But then that's where the best of videos are born, in the editing.
But long story short, it's just, please, you can give me a hard time all you want, but just understand that I didn't have to do nothing.
Yep, you've taken your apology out back and you fucking shot it dead. Jesus Christ. I didn't have to apologize to anyone, but here I am apologizing. This is a man who has embarked on a harassment campaign against an entire community that has lasted for months, ladies and gentlemen.
I had to apologize or nothing, but I'm doing it because maybe there is some things that I'm probably out of hand on that I don't know of, I don't know.
How do you not know? People are telling you what you're doing wrong. People are telling you where you're going wrong. People are telling you that you shouldn't be bringing up people's names all the times in their video. I've been saying things like, you shouldn't be calling me a fucked up person and displaying no evidence to prove your accusations and your slanderous libel. And here you are. I don't need to apologize for anything. You're denying the things that you've done that have really offended and upset a lot of people over the last several months. You truly are delusional.
All I've been doing is just sitting on my ass on this nasty, fucked up bed.
You mentioned that a lot. Please buy yourself a new bed.
I'm supposed to get a new bed, but yet it's like, oh God, this pandemic and all this stuff, it's just crazy.
Jared Wars, you're making excuses. Yes, there's a pandemic. However, you can still get beds. I recently got one. Just because there's a pandemic, it does not mean that there's a shortage of things. There is a pandemic, but I have a hat that I recently got. I have a mug that I recently got. I have a hoodie, I have 2 computers, and I have a bed. And you're saying, oh, I can't get a bed because of the pandemic. Jared Wars, you are making excuses. Now, perhaps if we looked at this from another point of view, do you maybe not have the money to get yourself a new bed because you perhaps spent all of your money on buying alcohol? That would be something that would be quite not an unreasonable step to jump to. Due to the nature of your videos, your constant repetition, the way that you talk, your constant anger, your mood swings, you seem like an alcoholic. And now you're justifying not getting essential purchases. This is something that addicts do. They justify not getting things that they need because they have been spending their money to fuel their addictions.
So, if I offended anybody or anyone you know or whatever, I'm sorry. You don't have to like me. You don't have to even give a fuck about me. You can say all the nasty things you want until the cows come home. But I'm offering my peace in this. Thank you for watching.
Thou shalt always kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jared Wars being a cocky, arrogant cunt. We went into this expecting an apology video, and we just ended up with him being a cocky, arrogant cunt. But then, did we truly expect anything different, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. But the fact is, I think it does say that rather than attempting an apology, he probably just should have said nothing and moved on, instead of being bogged down in this and making things worse for himself. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have been StooDogg. If you enjoyed the video, I don't really think I did. It wasn't as funny or as amusing as some of the videos we've done in the past. Feel free to watch them. However, my warning is only do so if you've got a lot of time on your hands. But if you want to, you can leave a like on the video or a dislike. And if you're new and Jared Wars fascinates you, feel free to subscribe. And as I said, there's a playlist about him, so feel free to give that a watch. I have been StooDogg, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.